take 3. First time round the camera decided to shut off. Last time round I didn't realise the volume was set to the internal microphone instead of my headset. But hello YouTube! Today is the 22nd of January 2018. I've just spent the last 2 hours attempting to record this, literally about an hour apiece. But should hopefully be having more luck now. I'll try and keep it brief as a result. The reason why I just said the date is because 4 years ago today I started this account, and the other one has my name, although individually they have the both banners Flicky F and Sassy Cosmo respectively. However, my actual duration on YouTube has been a bit longer. Actually, those that have known me for a while on YouTube will probably know that in 2012 I, for at least a couple of months, had a Let's Play channel under the name Sassy Cosmo. That's the whole point of that banner and stuff. The Flicky F one actually comes from a channel that was created long before channel banners were channel banners. It was created before channel sort of bordery frames were a thing. It was created back when you could, still rearrange modules, and yes, you could have, you could choose background pictures, but generally it was choose the colour for your various modules or your channel in general. It was created in the the Flicky F channel itself was created 9th of August 2007. However, before then, I had a channel that had lovely citrusy orange yellow tones to it. Thinking about it now, it looked kind of like a horrible sunset, even though I like those colours. And that channel was created in 2006. It was either the end of 2005, beginning of 2006, or just within the last, like first, about January 2006 or something. Yes, straight to the point. I have been on YouTube for 12 years. At least. Let's see. I turned 36 in a few weeks. On the 17th. And I've been on YouTube since at least January 2006. At least. Or whatever, medium-ish. So, let's see, 36 minus 12. I've been on here since I was, 23 technically. Because I'm still 35. So, yeah. I was 23. Putting it into perspective like that, yeah, it's starting to make me feel old. I was 23 when I first joined the site. Granted, I was not actually active in terms of uploading videos until October 2010, but I did on occasion watch videos on and off. I was more active on Dailymotion. I had an account there since April 2007, and before then, since 2005 to 2007, I had an account with the DivX company's Stage 6 video hosting format platform, whatever you call them. So yeah, I've been recording and uploading gameplay videos to the internet in general since 2005. So yeah, it might have been the end of 2005, beginning 2006, but yeah, since I was 23. Anyway, enough of this sort of age thing. That out of the way. That's done. Okay, we've got the dates. What I want to quickly do was a sort of my equivalent of an overlooking the 12 years in terms of, I suppose, the site in general and various video type things. The first thing to do with the site was layout. as I mentioned. You could have background back in the mid 2000s. At least till they changed it to where you have to have like sort of channel frame type things, and then they changed it to the one channel banner thing. They've had it ever since. Didn't get me wrong, I loved the frames. The frames were amazing. The stuff people designed to make every channel individual was amazing. Yeah, it was great us being able to choose our pictures and rearrange modules and give them all weird ass colours back in the mid 2000s, but my favourite of all the layout types was the frames. At the top of the frame, sometimes maybe also at the sides, you would have the name of the channel. Something to do with it. And they were great, but it's like the other things they put with it, it's all things to do with the thematics of that channel. If it's gameplay, it'd be probably characters from video games or something else. If it was music, it was some sort of music-based thing. That sort of thing. But because I think even you could just use general pictures as your sort of background frame thing. Or part of it, I can't remember. But, they had it for a while. And then they had the frame for a while. And then we ended up, as I said, with this whole one channel thing where apparently your banner is supposed to display across multiple devices, although I can tell you from experience, no, it does not. So yeah, that was kind of false advertising there. That's, we can still sort of rearrange modules now. Or at least it's come back to us kind of being able to rearrange modules. We can decide what order we want, we can select what we want displayed on our channel page and what sort of order it's in. If we want it displayed horizontally, vertically, as a grid, as a sort of list of information, whatever. It's like your video and then like part description or something. That sort of thing. You can have you've got your option of the sidebar where you can have connected to other channels. That's its own tab. Actually, that's been around since as long as I can tell. Actually, when I first started YouTube back in 2006, you could actually display. I used to have mine on the bottom left. It was, folks subscribe to me, so subscribers. Even though I didn't really have any. And I did have friends, because back then, back in the mid 2000s, they did, at least for a good few years, they had this thing called Friends List. So I had one of them. And you had subscriptions, which I think are still displayed. Believe it or not, it's been a while since I actually looked at my channel pages. Paid proper attention to my channel pages. Normally I'd like watch a video or maybe upload something and I'd check go to the channel page. Like my most recent video, I'd put that as the video to welcome new viewers. Like if it was a playthrough, like I've currently got like the maximum style Game Gear Sonic 1, which is Game Gear Sonic 1 but with Master System Sonic sprites. Behind the Roto, I recommend going to see the channel. He's got a video explaining what he did. It's amazing. It's also got the download links if you want to try it yourself. And he had all them. And there's the discussion thing, which I think they've changed slightly since. You got all your PMs and everything. I don't know if that was added in over the years since. I didn't really pay full attention to a lot of changes made. Just like the main things, like the layouts, the channel layout. Like over the years, the amount of videos I've seen where people complain about them. It's like, we've just got used to the previous one. Why have they changed it again? Because it almost seemed to be an annual thing at times. It's like they only changed it about a year, maybe a year and a bit beforehand, and all of a sudden something else. And in fact, at current we've got a new one. We've got a different one to how it was for a good while. I think for like about a year or two we had one layout, and now it's something else. I've currently reverted back to the previous layout because a change that they'd made or improved upon with the previous layout, they've effectively just completely taken out. the current one. Although I don't think it's to do with the layout itself. It's more the videos options. So let's move on to number 2, video options. I'm sure a lot of people will remember that for a good while, I think it was about 2012-ish, 2011, 2012-ish, there was the option to actually post video responses. You know, you could either put a general comment and text, you go to the comment on the video and you could put it in text form, and or you could post a video response. You know, for the most part, which was acceptable. You know, it made sense. Not everyone wanted to have their videos spammed by other videos. You know, you'd have to get approvals. You know, say, you know, your video will be your response will be posted when approved by, you know, the person that uploaded the one you're responding to. I just standardly had it as post. I didn't mind. But again, it makes sense. You know, they didn't want to receive half a ton of spam, potentially things that have absolutely nothing to do. You know, something you wouldn't consider a video response. And that. But apparently, the actual ratio, although I think the program had only been going for like a few months or so, and that, apparently the ratio of video responses to no video responses was in favour of the no responses, and Google decided, no, this thing's not working, we're getting rid of it. Even though a lot of folk enjoyed using it. Heck, even I posted a video response to one of Clement J64's videos. He accepted it, and I was thankful for that. He was doing Sonic Advance playthrough, and it was his extra video. I actually posted one that's on my channel at the moment. So much for having a sidekick, I believe I called it. It was like Sonic and Tails on playing Sonic Advance, and yeah. I think it was either that one or the actual video itself was recorded in response to his one. So yes, it was an actual video response. I wasn't being negative to his, it was more of a sort of backing up points he made, because he was making reference to other playthroughs he had. I think it was a Sonic 3 playthrough. And that, you know, he was making reference back to that, and my video response was in turn a response to, you know, that stuff. And he accepted it, I'm thankful for that. And not long afterwards, as I said, they got rid of video responses because Google didn't think it was popular. But apparently, from what I heard from like I looked up videos to do with the whole thing being removed, and a lot of people were actually not happy it was removed. So some things brought in, really cool, but taking it for no reason. What else have we got? The watch later thing, if I remember rightly, wasn't originally a thing. I can't remember if it was even a thing when I first started my current channels. It could be, or could have been, but I don't remember. But that's also one thing I've got a partial nitpick on as well. That's my nitpick about the current update to layouts and stuff like that in the videos. The watch later playlist. For a while, I liked that. You had to, didn't matter what it was, you could either go to someone's video tab, anything that might be on your listings if they're in your subscriptions, and that, or go into one of their playlists, individually select the videos. And a lot of the time I would like to watch more than one video of a playlist, like even the whole playlist. But I had to individually go to, each video, select watch later. And then with the last one or two layouts, they changed it so you could actually select add all to. And you can select all the videos and put them in watch later, and I thought that was brilliant. And that's why I've reverted the style back to the previous one. Because the latest update, they've taken that option back out. And by that I mean, normally you'd select the title of a playlist and it would take you into the playlist. You can see the list of videos. Just select the one you want to watch. If you want to watch them all, hit play all. Select that one, or just click on the first video on the list and it automatically plays a lot. But now, it doesn't matter if you click on the thumbnail or or if you select to click on the playlist itself, like the name, it will automatically load up the playlist in terms of you're watching the videos now. One thing I will give them Google a plus for, no pun intended, is the whole when you're in full screen you got the option of adding your the video you're currently viewing to watch later. Because that in itself can be handy. You could be in the middle of watching something and you can hit on watch later, finish it off by doing that, or go into your history list and watching it, who knows. That's another thing I liked is over the recent, I think, year or so, it's like you stop a video and wherever you stop it, it'll play from there onwards, or maybe from a few minutes beforehand onwards. Just pick up from where you left off effectively. It's like hitting the pause button. Even though you've come out of the internet altogether. Or if you're on a mobile device, just generally out of YouTube altogether. That sort of thing, but it's still good. I like that. It saves you having to try and memorise where you were in the video, or look at a timestamp quick before turning it off and then try and remember what that timestamp was. I really like that it does start at certain points of the video. Very convenient. And very, it's something that really encourages me more to watch a video. Not just, if I enjoyed the content of the video I was watching, it's like, right, I want to continue watching this video, and at least now where it stops where you left off, it's like I can continue watching the video. I don't have to try and do the oh god, where was I? Which might end up, depending on the video length, put me off just watching it in general. What else have we got that changed? Well, as I said, there's been layouts for various things, how playlists can get set up and stuff like that. What are we? Yeah, the way you display things on your channel. Okay, this one might have a few nitpicks in it. Likes. The first thing I want to say about likes, and dislikes if you want to add that into the equation. Originally, it was, I believe, represented by number. There was no, thumbs up, thumbs down thing. It was just dislike thing. Or I don't even know if there was a dislike button. I think it was just a like button to begin with. And I got nothing against change that. If anything, I think it looks cool because normally, you get the typical, yeah, I like it. It's the traditional way of saying you like something. In some places, that gesture is actually rude. Hence why Pokemon games getting censored and stuff. But in general, that stands for, yeah, I'm liking this thing. Yeah. So, I thought it was cool that they added that. But my nitpick with likes. Yes, it makes sense for people to say in their videos, if you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video. Like the video. You like, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada. None against that. If they liked it, do so. Well, don't force them to, they don't have to feel forced to do so, but hence why the word it, if you liked it. You get that if you liked it, be sure to, or whatever. But one thing I like, a point I loved Johnny, as in some comedy Johnny bring up. He actually said it himself. If people are going to enjoy the video, if they feel like liking it, show they're appreciative of it somehow, maybe subscribe to your channel, see what else you got coming up, like the video or whatever, then that's their choice. And yeah, I'm okay with that. If people mention at the end of a video, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, yada yada yada, yeah, no deals with that. If they say at the beginning of a video, like, subscribe, maybe. If they say at the beginning of the video, before the video starts, like, subscribe, yada yada yada, no. That's an instant, in my opinion, that's an instant deterrent. In fact, depending on the video content, when reading like a video title, and if they happen to have a description to go with it, it's enticing enough or whatever, and yes, I will sit through it. But with the remark of the before the video starts alone, in my personal opinion, is not appealing. That's, to me, that's like saying to someone, you're not getting to watch this unless you do those actions. Don't even bother continuing with the video unless you're going to like it or subscribe to the channel. Although a lot of the time people say before it gets started, like and subscribe. So unless you're going to do both those things, just don't bother watching the video, click off, go watch something else. But the thing that really annoys me, that I have never liked since I first heard, and no offense to Cabana Mane, say it in 2011, because he's not the only one that says it though. And I know I shouldn't actually call him out on it, but he was the first person I heard say it. I'm not saying he's set the trend around, a lot of people do it anyway. But, as I said, he was the first person I heard it. The one thing I hate, in general, that 9 times out of 10 makes me want to hit the dislike button, just for the sake of the people who say these things, is let's get X amount of likes on this video. And especially if they happen to have, before the video starts, let's get, press the like button, let's get X amount of likes. And it's not as if it's like 10, 20 likes, there's always like thousands of likes, hundreds of thousands of likes. Like, you can look at someone's subscription count, subscriber count, and it's like, yeah, they might have the chance of getting that amount of likes. Anyway, even without demanding for that number of likes. There's a chance that that amount of people may enjoy the video they've just watched and press the button anyway. It's, my personal opinion, people, effectively demanding for X amount of likes is selfish, showing they don't have confidence in themselves, let alone the content of the videos they've just produced. And are effectively being patronising to those watching the videos. Again, this is my personal opinion, but that is the impression I get when I click on videos where the people say that. If people want to like your video, they will like your video. If they genuinely like the video, they'll like it. If they want to actually press the button to show that they enjoyed your video, they will do so. Do not demand X amount of likes on the video, hoping you'll get that, because it's not guaranteed. As I said, it just seems rather patronising, and to me it seems like the content creators don't have faith in the content they have created. Like, I've actually gone to channels, I've seen the odd video, just, random videos on YouTube, and people have asked, it's all gaming stuff, because I mostly watch gaming things, but, I've seen random game videos on YouTube where people are like, let's get X amount of likes on this video for the next one. Like, say for example, it's a playthrough, and it's the first part of the playthrough, or the second part. And it's for the next video. That's basically that person turning and saying, you will not get to see the next part of this playthrough unless I get this amount of likes. If you haven't subscribed to my video, forget it. You're not going to see the rest. That's kind of what it's like, particularly the like thing. Not so much the subscription thing, but the like thing. That if you haven't, if the like button has not been pressed that amount of times, forget it. You're not getting the rest of the playthrough. Which to me is degrading to the person uploading the video. They've just basically chucking themselves in a hole. They're not just putting themselves in a hole, they chuck themselves in it. They just push themselves down that bloody cliff. It's like them saying, oh, my video could be really good, but unless you ensure, you've pressed the button to show that, yeah, it's really good, you can't be sure of it. I personally love it when people, it gets to the end of a video. People are either just, they might have text come up on screen saying if you liked it, press, whatever. Or if they happen to say if you enjoyed the video, I actually like that. That's them basically turning round to the audience and asking their opinion. That's the way them turning around. Maybe like, say you got someone giving a presentation, right? Just a casual presentation, maybe for work or whatever. And the presentation's over, and then, like, they could maybe ask someone what did they think of it. To me, asking about likes, subscribing, and at the end of the video is equivalent to that. You're effectively turning around to your audience and saying, what's your opinion? If you happen to have a positive opinion and you feel like showing it, the like button's there. The subscribe up, you got a subscribe option if you're interested in seeing what else is to offer. Coming up, any future videos there's to offer. But the whole like the video, X amount of likes on the video before it even starts, or just in general, X amount of likes on the video I'm sorry, it just makes me feel like they don't have faith in themselves. You got lots of people, I've seen their videos, and they themselves have got, great presence. Like people doing LPs and that. A lot of them are full of enthusiasm. They're just sometimes kind of over the top, major hyperactive. Kind of get that from them. They might not be, but that's how it sounds when you hear the voice. And they themselves can be entertaining, but to me, it just seems really off. Dampened by the remark about they're wanting X amount of likes. But that aside, that's enough nitpick on that one. Oh, actually, to end that nitpick, what it reminds me of, and I'm not sure how many people remember this, but for a good year or so, there was a thing known as sub for sub going on in the early 2000s, or early 2000, around 2010. That's what I'm trying to say. The early years of this current decade. Okay, there was a lot of sub for sub garbage going on. And I mean garbage. The reason I say it's garbage is because, you could go to a channel that's demanding sub for sub, but they don't have anything to offer. There's no videos there. Anything like that. It's not as if they've got a liked playlist of, folks whose videos they enjoyed. It's just an empty channel with a bunch of YouTube pictures, YouTuber pictures, because of all the likes, the subscriptions, they've subscribed to each other. And in my case, what I did in terms of that, in my offence to other, to YouTubers out there that have been a victim of this, that I've caused to be victims of this, if anyone types sub for sub on my channel, or in a message or anything, I hit the ban button. Every single time someone tried giving me a message or a comment on a video that said sub for sub, it was instant ban, 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 delete comment, delete the message. If I'm not gonna be given a good reason for subscribing to someone's channel, I don't want to know. If people just want to get subscribers for the sake of having subscribers, go somewhere else. Go bother someone else that cares. That, again, my personal opinion. Hopefully that's the negativity out of the way. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, other changes. This is predominantly to my channel. As I just said, I'm interested in gaming. Right? Those that have seen my videos will probably notice I like gaming, particularly a particular franchise. As in video game franchise. There's a lot of videos on it, including beta tests of hacks and stuff. But there are other games on my channel, like Populous games, and that over the past year I've been uploading videos to do with cross-stitch, like update on my cross-stitch progress, because that's my other main hobby. I was always off and on with it, because before I got a pack of blunt needles for last Christmas, I just I'm forever stabbing myself with bloomin' fingers and stuff. You know, I have all these pinpricks as if I was bloomin', you know, as if I was the pincushion, you know, I'd be wearing plasters, and it's like, or suppose you call them band-aids for some reason. They're called plasters! They're made of plaster! Anyway, actually they're made of fabric, to be honest, for the most part. I still don't get the band-aid, but I suppose I'm guessing it's because it's first aid and it's like wrapped around you like a band. I don't know. That's the only thing I can understand of that. Like I was playing a puzzle game and a hint to one of the objects was band-aid, and I'm like, and I couldn't find it, and I had to press the hint button, and it actually brought up a plaster, and I'm like, really? What? That's it. That's off topic. That's the like differing descriptions of the same item. Get off topic with that. But anyway, as I was trying to say is, my channel is predominantly gaming focused. All my channels, with the exception of my original one. Actually, 9 times out of 10, I didn't even count the Cosmo F channel from 2006. Because it was there for a few months. I never did anything with it, bar from change the blooming colour scheme and rearrange some modules. That was it. So, if you want to put for my actual standard being on YouTube, you could say 9th of August 2007. But I have been around on the site since 2006, possibly 2005. And have been active on site since 2010. What I was going to say is, my main field that I enjoy watching stuff is video games. I upload videos of me playing well, not of me playing them, but of playthroughs I've done from video games. Like, my most recent set of videos was actually a playthrough I did of Sonic 1 for the Game Gear. Although it's actually a hack that swaps out Sonic's Game Gear sprite for one based off his Master System sprite, so he doesn't look horribly compressed, and you can actually see his nose. Because apparently that was a major thing with his Game Gear sprite. Not only was it horribly compressed, you couldn't see his nose, it was as if he didn't even have one, even though he did. You wouldn't think he had one, because of how compressed it was, but they fixed it. You know, even on like the title screen, on the Sega screen and stuff like that, you can see he's clearly got a nose. You look at his extra life icon, you can see he's clearly got a nose, but because of the compressed image in game, it's like, where is it? Apparently that was a thing that a nitpick a lot of people had, so that's the whole point of that hack, was just to decompress his model, shall we say, his sprite. But yeah, it's mostly been gaming stuff, be it Sonic the Hedgehog or other franchises. And actually, it's thanks to all the gaming stuff that I learned about various other channels and some other games that I didn't know about. And, you know, got to know various games that, like, actually, on the topic of Sonic, it's like, before Sonic Adventure 2 came out, I mean, no, sorry, not Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure DX. I was about to say Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but no. Sonic Adventure DX. Before that came out, in terms of the 8, like, the Sonic games I knew of, you had 1, 2, 3 Knuckles, 3D, Spinball, and yeah. I can't remember if I knew about Mean Bean Machine at the time, but back in the 90s, that's all I knew about for the Mega Drive, you know, or Genesis, whichever you prefer. Might have seen Mean Bean Machine mentioned somewhere. I must have, actually, because when I saw it listing Adventure DX as a particular list, I was surprised to see it. But yeah, Master System, Sonic 1, 2, and Chaos. Game Gear, Sonic 1, 2, Chaos, and Triple Trouble. That's all I knew existed of Sonic the Hedgehog games. Well, you had, like, Sonic CD for the Mega CD. You had Knuckles Chaotix for the Mega Drive 32X, or Genesis 32X, or just 32X, however you want to pronounce it. Bloody confusing that! You know, you look at the boxes and it's Sega Mega Drive 32X, Sega Genesis 32X. But everyone calls it the Sega 32X. Whatever! But, you know, Knuckles Chaotix for that add-on. That apparently it wasn't very popular, and James Rolfe decided to torch with a burning arrow. That was interesting to watch. Great episode, that. Anyway. I love the AVGN. Don't watch them very much, but I like it. But anyway, you know, then when Sonic Adventure DX came out in 2003 for the GameCube, and then I got a month or so later when it came out on PC, yes, I have the CD-ROM. I'm one of those few people in existence, I believe, or at least just one of those few known people that have it. But when that came out, and I started unlocking Game Gear games, I learned you had... Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. I knew about Sonic Drift 2, but here in Europe, like, European region, it's known as Sonic Drift Racing. So there was Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Triple Trouble, and Sonic Drift 2. Or sorry, Sonic Drift Racing. Sorry. Considering that's what it's called to us, but yeah, Sonic Drift 2. But when it came to Sonic Adventure DX, I learned that you had Sonic Drift, which makes sense, I didn't know about it, Japan only. Till, you know, in various other games, like I learned, you got an 8-bit version of Spinball, you have an 8-bit version of Mean Bean Machine, you know, you had Sonic Blast, you had all these other games. And I'm like, what? Especially the 8-bit version of the other games. Of which, yes, I am that weirdo that likes Sonic Spinball 8-bit more than 16-bit. I'm willing to be both. You know, I enjoy both games. Sonic Spinball is actually one of my most favorite Sonic games. If you were to ask me to break it down by system what my most favorite Sonic games are, I would tell you, for the Mega Drive, it is Sonic Spinball. For the Master System, it is Sonic Chaos, but I think that's nostalgia from it being the very first video game I ever owned. For the Game Gear, it's a toss-up between Sonic Drift and Sonic Labyrinth. Yes, I like those. I suck at... Well, Sonic Drift I've completed. I suck at Sonic Labyrinth. And... was it... I can't really say, but... I like Sonic... I like Sonic CD, but... not enough to say yay. It's high up. Besides, for... Sonic CD and Knuckles Chaotix, I would technically put within the bracket of the Mega Drive, because Sonic CD is 16-bit, and although 32-bit, you need the Mega Drive to play, you know, the games, respective games. So within that era, that's it. For PC, Sonic 3D is my favourite. Again, that might be because it was the first of the three that I paid for. Because I had Sonic... No, sorry, my apologies, it's the second. The first one I paid for was Sonic R. Which I do also enjoy more. Sonic 3D is sort of generally my favourite between the two platforms, but... yeah. I like the aesthetics. Aesthetically speaking, it's my favourite. But mostly Sonic R. But yeah, that one chops and changes, so yeah. For PC, I like some of the ports. Some of the early ports. For GameCube, it's Sonic Heroes. Actually, if you want to talk about 3D Sonic games in general, it's Sonic Heroes. Always has been, and I wouldn't be surprised unless something miraculously takes its place in the years to come. It always will be. And the reason I say miraculously is because the most recent consoles I have are the Nintendo Wii and a Nintendo DS. You know, the 2005 to 2007 sort of releases. I think it was 2007 for the Wii, I could be wrong, might be earlier. Depends on region. I know the DS was like 2005 because it's Sonic Rush. Which I've never liked because my brain doesn't track it. I remember Mum asked me if I wanted to pick it up. I took one look at the back of the box and it said no thank you. Because I knew fine well I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. And if people were to see my little play, like sort of quick play of Sonic Rush and how poorly I probably performed, they'll see that yes, again, don't agree with my eyesight, or vice versa. Or more my brain registration of things. I don't know. But I'm rambling again. I gotta be quick about this because I need to go up the high street and lock the garden. But back to the point, okay? My channel was mostly about all various Sonic things, be it just general Sonic playthroughs. There was, Sonic hacks stuff, which both introduced me to various channels, but was also introduced to buy the odd couple of channels. That's how I learned about Nate's channel, for example. Because was it Mega G Wolf? I was watching the first season of his Sonic Hack Showcase, and at the time, I think at the time I was watching, he was most of the way through season. In terms of uploading, he was most of the way through season 2, possibly part of season 3. He's had 5-6 seasons, I think, by now. The first Sonic Hack Showcase videos, I think, were 2009, 2010. So, yeah, I've been watching him for a while. Both, Sonic stuff and general stuff. I loved his Mega Bomb Man playthrough. I used to own that game when I was younger, so nostalgia. I've got it for the Virtual Console. It's Bomberman 94 now, but there was all them. So mostly Sonic related, as I said, and then there was the different video games and whatever. But over the years, I've noticed differences in terms of what I've liked watching on YouTube, what there is to offer, what's on offer for seeing on YouTube. About a decade ago or so, I don't know if there would have been as many music type videos, bar from those that were doing remixes or creating their own stuff. There weren't that many folks in the way of doing gameplay stuff. That's why I really wasn't enamored with watching stuff on YouTube at the time. I was more focused on my Daily Motion channel. There was the Stage 6 website that used to be there. I was more focused on that because that's where the videos were. YouTube had only been out for about a year or so or whatever. Starting 2005. So at the time there wasn't much content to really go on. I suppose if I was uploading videos back then, I don't know, my other channel could have loads of views or whatever. I don't care, to be honest. I'm thankful for whatever I get. I enjoy playing. I play a game because I enjoy playing it. If I feel like recording it, I will do so. I will then upload it. If people enjoyed what they've seen, then thank you for. If people watch it, thank you for doing so. If you enjoyed it, thank you for doing so. It doesn't bother me if it gets likes on it or someone subscribes to me as a result of that video. If they do so, I'm very thankful. It just shows people like what they saw, literally, and things like that. It might be interesting in whatever's to offer in the future. I think that's the whole point of subscribing to people is to, you found whatever content of theirs you saw of interest, and you wouldn't mind seeing what they've got to present in the future. Would that also be of interest, or? It's like how you have the option to showcase who you're subscribed to on your channel. Excuse me. I like that option because there's always, because even I did it myself in the past. Clicked on other people's channel pictures that some folks have been subscribed to, just to see what they have on offer. Why are what is it about this particular YouTuber that this one enjoys? Is there something on their channel that I might also find of interest? Things like that. That's, to me, that's the community spirit. What can we introduce each other to in terms of what we enjoy viewing from each other? That's what I really like. Yeah, YouTube likes to default that whole most recent trends and everything. Don't ask me anything about what's the most popular video of this genre, what's the most trending thing, what's this, what's that, because I haven't got a clue. Because I don't I don't have that page highlighted at all. You know, I click on YouTube and it goes straight to my subscription page because that's what I have bookmarked as my homepage. You know, be it my phone, be it the laptop, be it my PC, well, I wouldn't say the Wii anymore because, yeah. But again, that was more it took you to a search page, if I remember rightly, because the YouTube channel don't exist anymore. Although that in itself went through changes, because originally you'd go to access YouTube via the Wii and you'd get what was known as YouTube XL come up, which was a slightly different layout format of what you'd get on, you know, PCs, Apple, Mac, and all that sort of stuff. And just tailored to that, you know, the fact it's been on your telly. And then that got to really tiny text, and it was really annoying that you couldn't really see or select things properly. But they kept having this thing across the top come up saying, download the new YouTube channel on your Wii Virtual Console shop thing. You know, the Wii shop. And it's like, okay, you know, thankfully it was free. I didn't really like that one very much, but it was something. It had one, you know, both had one use, because that's one thing I liked about that, is that, because that's when I've try and reword this. This is from what I get from trying to constantly record these. That's when I first experienced the whole autoplay thing. Believe it or not, was back in 2000. When was it I started watching the YouTube things? I think it was. No, it would have been 2011, 2012. That's when I first properly experienced the whole. You know, I think it'd already been going on the site. But the whole autoplay hang where it just continues on, because like I'd select something like a particular video game, like normally Pokemon. That'd be a best. You know, that's a good example. You know, I'd select to watch a Pokemon video, and I'd have this habit of falling asleep. You know, I'd have it on while I fall asleep. I'll wake up the next morning and it's somewhere else down the list. And it's, you know, it's been more often than not. You know, I might be halfway through watching a particular video, but I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. So I'll go, you know, either rewind the video to, you know, put the video back to the start and watch it properly, or go to the channel of that person, seeing what else they have to offer. You know, is it even more Pokemon video game content? Do they have other video games? Do they have other sort of content in general? Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing I'll say about the multiple different types of platforms you can actually watch YouTube via. It's amazing. You know, because obviously depending on whatever you're watching it via, it's slightly set up differently. Sometimes it can be surprising at how much that also engages you in different videos. You know, you know, just whatever they display in the recommended or this and the other. Although one thing I do dislike, and although it's understandable it's done that way, is if you want to comment while you're watching something on your phone, you have to scroll right down to the bottom of the page. Like, you got your video player, and then you got your description, if you select for it to be shown, if I remember rightly. I've got an Android phone. Well, it's an LG, but it's Android. and then you got your recommendeds, and then you have your comments. It's like... Personally, what I think they should have done was have maybe like a couple of tabs, so to speak, like maybe a button or something. You press it, you know, 2 buttons or something. You can press for comments, or bring up the comment list, or press for recommendations, bring up the recommendation list. Not like everything all squeezed together. You know, again, it's understandable to do that. It's try and still show as much as they can on screen. You know, present as much as they can to the viewer, but it's a bit of a messy setup. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna have to get going because I got a garden to look, and you know, again, hours of trying to record this video, even though most of it's been ranting. I suppose I better try and give you the best conclusion I can. Try and breathe. Overall, in general, or conclusion, in summary, however you want to put it, right? My overall thoughts of YouTube, or specifically my time on YouTube. I've actually enjoyed being on the YouTube platform. I believe that's what it's known as. I just call it YouTube website. I've enjoyed seeing the changes that you've had over the years, be them good or bad. Suck it, you stupid copyright system that anyone can put their name down as owning something even though they don't. That's what caused me to shut down the other channel in the first place, but enough of that. That's what most of my rant was about the last time I recorded. False claims suck. I'm trying to keep the negatives to the minimum here. But overall, in general, I enjoy the platform. I enjoy what it has to offer. Obviously, back in the earlier days of of YouTube, there wasn't as much to offer because there wasn't all that many people on it. It was a new thing, literally. It barely started. And then over those initial 5 years or so, it was starting to build up. You're getting different people from different, like in different things, more and more gradually adding on. Heck, you should check the history of the Let's Play type thing itself, for example. Try and see how far back that dates. It's a lot. Let's Plays, video game reviews, and who knows what else. A lot of them date back to 2008, 2009. Possibly there could be some been on there longer. Possibly. Don't know if the channels are still there now. But over the years it's definitely grown. Again, some aspects were good, some aspects not so good. But the fact it's getting to be a bigger community, and there's people coming in each day, possibly leaving each day for whatever reason, and it just goes to in my opinion, although it's getting to be more and more of a crowded platform these days, as people would love to put it. It's still a good place for newer folk to showcase things, like for example the music section. Yes, you've got all these channels, could be something to do with the official music licensors or whatever else, or just general people's channels of music they like. And that, but you've got things like the aspiring upcoming musicians and everything. They're putting videos of them playing their music, or just their music playing in general. Chance for them to get noticed. And that's, that's one thing I like about it is very welcoming to newcomers, so to speak. In a sense, depending on how you're looking on it. But just the general case of people can start up a YouTube channel, and they can upload some videos. Make sure it's within terms, conditions, yada yada yada. You don't want to get in trouble because they keep tweaking the rules and everything. It goes weird again. I'm not getting on that topic because it's it's kind of gone all over the show with that. But it's a sort of chance for people to get noticed in areas that you wouldn't normally see, you wouldn't normally expect to have on it. Like for example, where I've been uploading the cross stitch videos over the past year. I didn't know cross stitch was a thing on YouTube until I saw until I saw Renee Collects with her Ghastly video and her other Pokemon cross stitch videos. I looked up for other Pokemon cross stitch videos in general. I found a lot of, I found various folk that were either presenting what they've done, or showing them working on something, be it a time lapse or a real time. Actually, that's how I found Lizard Lee's channel, because she went on about how at the time she was there's a progress thing to do with her epic Pokemon cross stitch thing. And hers, along with some other channels, only known them to have done either time lapses or whatever. They're actually doing the cross stitch. It wasn't until the beginning of last year that, I knew of that, and I knew of obviously get tutorials. But it wasn't until the beginning of last year that I learned people don't just showcase them working on cross stitch or present what they have previously worked on. they actually give you monthly or whatever, it could be weekly, monthly, who knows, progress videos. They do it as their general video log thingies like other people do with whatever they're talking about. I didn't know that was a thing until last January. And I've been on the platform since 2006. So, it's something that to me seems as niche as that. You'd be surprised at how popular that was. Yeah. And apparently the whole video log thing for it had been going for about 2-3 years. As in like 2014, 2015. It's like, what? So, so towards the middle of this decade, It's just amazing, and I was trying to think of some other things that I learnt about. There's not. There's quite a range of different things that I didn't realise to find on, I'd actually find, or specifics within particular genres. I haven't come across. They might have been my recommendeds or whatever. I didn't know they were on YouTube. That sort of thing. Or anything that's that specific was on YouTube. But even I learnt within the past year or so, yes, it's there. You just gotta look for it. You just gotta manage to find that sort of niche part of the community that either also likes it or specialises in it. And that way, and that in itself helps you find all these other people, because then that might lead you to someone else's video, and so on and so forth. It expands what sort of things you want you can watch, but also expands on what things you'll find in the community in general, or who you'll find. So yeah, I think that's cool, and I better get going because it's after 4 o'clock here. I'm supposed to have the garden shut at 4. Later.